My name, well, it doesn't matter. I am a plague doctor. And this isn't some heroic tale. It's just a record from my diary. It's the story of my life, I suppose. Or maybe it's just the story of the countless deaths that I was paid to witness.
That quote, it's not an exaggeration. That's my world. You don't hear children playing or merchants hawking their wares. No, it's a tomb. A quiet, sprawling tomb where the living, well, they're quickly becoming the minority. And this is the reality I have to walk into every single day.
So let me try to describe it. It's not just quiet. It's a suffocating silence. It's the sound of a city being choked to death by something we just don't understand.
Before I even knock on the first door, the horror has already started. The air, it's so thick you can almost taste it. And the smell, God, the smell of sickness and rot is just, it's unbearable. It gets into your clothes, your hair, everything. And the fear? Oh, it's not some abstract idea. You can literally see it. It's in the eyes of every person still brave enough or foolish enough to be outside.
And before I can face that world, there's the ritual. I have to put on my uniform. My protection, they call it. But I know better. Down deep, I know exactly what it is. It's just an armor of futility.
Every piece feels like a weight. First, the coat. It's heavy, it's waxed, and it traps all the heat and sweat inside. Then the gloves. Stiff leather that makes you feel like you've got wooden hands. And finally, the mask. It covers my entire head. The little glass eye holes fog up with every single breath. It's supposed to be my shield, but honestly, it feels more like a prison.
You're probably wondering, why the ridiculous getup, right? Well, it's all because of what we believe causes this sickness, something called the miasma theory. The idea is that the disease is spread by bad air, a poisonous vapor that comes from all the filth, the rot, the bodies. We think the plague is literally a poison you can breathe in.
So, to fight this bad air, the long beak of my mask is packed full of herbs. Mint, cloves, lavender, anything with a strong scent to supposedly purify the air before I breathe it. But let me be blunt. I've seen too much now to believe in that anymore. The herbs in my beak do absolutely nothing. The sweet smell, it's just a little lie I tell myself every morning to get through the day.
So, once I'm all dressed in my useless armor, the real work starts. I don't work in a clean office or a hospital. No, my calls take me to the darkest corners of this city, into the homes of the dying.
And behind every single door, it's the same horrible story playing out. It always starts with the fever, a burning heat that feels like it's consuming them from the inside out. You can feel it just by standing near them.
And then you see the buboes, these dark, awful swellings that pop up in the groin or the neck or under the arms. They're so painful, and when you see them, you just know the end isn't far away, and there's not a single thing I can do to stop them. The last moments, they're always the same. Just the sound of someone desperately struggling to breathe. It's this awful, rattling gasp as their lungs just give up and the body surrenders. I am a witness to this, over and over and over again.
Some houses, they stick with you. They haunt you. I remember one. I walked in expecting to hear crying, moaning, the usual sounds. But it was just silent. The whole family was gone. Just gone. And in the corner, there was this little boy sitting next to his mother's bed. He didn't understand. He didn't get that she wasn't going to wake up. He was the only one left.
I mean, what could I do for him? What could I do for any of them? We tried everything we knew. Bloodletting, strange poultices, endless prayers. But the hard, brutal truth is, our medical knowledge was like holding a single candle in the middle of a hurricane. It was useless. There was no cure. Nothing we did actually worked.
My job wasn't just about failing to heal people. No, it went way beyond that. In a city of the dead, I became, a kind of clerk for the plague itself. I wasn't really a healer. I was more like a cog in the machine of the disease. So much of my day was just paperwork. I had a ledger with me at all times, not for medical notes, but to write down the names of the dead. I was the one who had to enforce the quarantines, bolting the doors of homes from the outside, trapping whole families in there, knowing full well I was sealing them in their own tomb. I had to watch over the men with the cards who collected the bodies,
and I was often the only official witness for a last will and testament.
This kind of work, it does more than just expose you to the plague. It gets inside you. It infects your soul. It completely cuts you off from the world of the healthy, of the living. You're forced to live this life completely apart from everyone.
Sometimes I see them, the healthy ones, from a distance. They live in a different world. It's a world with family, with some small comforts, a little bit of peace. My world is completely different. Mine is built on 3 things: total isolation, constant fear, and just death. Everywhere.
And that uniform, that armor I wear, it makes me an outcast. When people see this bird mask coming down the street, they don't see a doctor coming to help. They see a walking omen of death. I am literally a symbol of the plague. People cross to the other side of the street. Mothers grab their children and pull them inside. There's no friendly chat. No one shares a drink with you. No human comfort at all. There's only the work and the fear.
So, every night, when I'm alone in this silence, I ask myself the same question. Every door I open, every patient I touch, every breath I take is a gamble. I see other doctors fall ill. I know my time is borrowed. And I wonder, was taking this job some kind of noble duty? Or was I just choosing a slower, more personal way to die alongside everyone else?